thought we played really well. I thought we made more winning plays tonight than we have any other time thus far this year. I thought Jay Crowder and Jimmy were great on second effort shots, second effort rebounds, loose balls, fingertips on rebounds. I think Junior's beginning to change our team on both ends of the floor. He's just always in the middle of everything. Very pleased with our effort. Not that I have been displeased with our effort at any point in time, but I thought that we were much more efficient in handling their pressure. I don't know how many turnovers we had in the last 4-minute segment, but up until that point, I thought we were really good.
When you went back and analyzed the tape after the game Saturday, can you break it down any more? What you thought contributed most to what happened there?
I did. The more I watch it, the more it's my fault. I took the L for our team. There's no way that you can be ahead 34 and a half minutes into the game with 3 timeouts left and not be able to help your team more than I did. And I would say that it's the first time as a head coach that I felt directly 1,000% responsible for a loss.
When you say that, was it? Do you feel like you took too much air out of the basketball? Did you become too conservative, or what? What do you think?
Well, everything we do is based on defense and rebounding. And when a team scores 11 out of 12 possessions, it's hard to do anything other than just try to back yourself into a win. And you can't back your way into a win on the road in front of 22,000 against the 17th ranked team in the country. And that's how fragile life is, and that's how fragile basketball is. That's how important and monumental every possession is, regardless of time, score, and momentum. And I thought our guys played with unbelievable effort. 74 out of 80 minutes last week, and I didn't help them with the last 6 minutes.
Conversely, you come out tonight and put together a pretty complete performance overall. This is obviously the best remedy for an outcome like Saturday, correct?
No, nobody feels sorry for us. That includes you. That includes the rest of the media. That includes Big East opponents. We've played 6 games. We're 4-2. 3 of them have been at home. 3 of them have been on the road. Our next pod of 6 games are over the 26-day period. 4 of them are on the road and 2 of them are at home, and it's the first 2 that are back-to-back. So we've got to be on point. I thought we ended the first season of 6 in the right way. We're 48 days away from leaving to go to New York, and we've got to continue to grow and continue to improve. And I thought that we did a lot of things tonight from start to finish that were much more efficient than we have in other games.
The way your team closed out the first half completely propelled the second half effort. They came out as a team possessed, and as Coach Reynolds said, determined. They ran into a determined team. How much did that 4-minute run at the end of the first half help your team close out the second?
Yeah, I thought I don't know the media timeout scores, Brad, the first 12 minutes of the game, but I know that we played really well that last 4-minute segment of the first half. So we were up 17. We won the first media timeout of the second half by 4, the second media timeout of the second half by 9, third media timeout by 6. We tied them in the 4th media timeout, which means they beat us by 6 in the last media timeout. But I didn't think that the first 4 minutes of the game we were as sharp as we typically are. I didn't think we were bad. I just didn't think we were completely locked in physically. I knew they were locked in mentally. I knew they were locked in emotionally. I just thought we were kind of a half a step off, half a beat off, and I thought we kind of got better in the middle of the first half, and then I thought the last 4 minutes I thought we were really good.
DePaul had done a good job of taking care of the basketball coming into this game. You forced 22 turnovers, 40 points off of those. Is that about as aggressive defensively and productive defensively you've seen your guys be?
Yeah, I thought they were good. I think that we're improving defensively. You know, that's 52% field goal percentage in the second half is somewhat misleading because we created, I think, 13 turnovers in the second half. So in accordance with their number of possessions, if 13 of them we forced turnovers, you know, you 52%, but I thought we played well defensively.
Jimmy said that they basically put Saturday's game behind him between the bus and the plane. You talked to him. How long did it take, I guess, you to throw that game tape out, or did you still think about it all the way up until today's stuff?
No, a couple of things, two-part answer to your question. I think our guys have a very quiet confidence about who they are. I think they're humble in how they handle things. And I don't know that any of you guys, because you don't know them, you can feel it. But more so than any group I've been around, because of their relationships off the floor, there's an air about them that they believe in one another, which no matter what you say as a coach, you can't manufacture. And I talk to our guys, you know, it's no matter how long the flight is, it's an hour to get on the plane. It's an hour to get wherever you're going. It's an hour to get off the plane, and then it's 30 minutes to get back to campus. And I'm really close with our players, and I told them when we were on the bus, when we got back to the Owl, I said, tell me what you think. And they had great responses and great wisdom in those responses. So that was on Saturday evening. And then Sunday afternoon, we watched, and I told them on the bus, guys, we're going to watch the last 10 minutes of the game, and I'm not going to holler at you, but we're going to learn from it. In my personal life and in my professional life, throughout my life, I've always went dead at the elephant in the room. And that's what we did on Sunday afternoon. I thought it was a great response within that film session. We practiced. They were great. Yesterday we had an unbelievable practice here at the Bradley Center. Had a really good shoot-around. They know what happened. And I think that it was lesson learned. And will it help us? I think it'll help us. Will the loss come back and hurt us? Probably.
Vander bounced back well today, 12 points. What do you think was the problem down in Louisville? 5 minutes, 3 fouls, turnover. Is he kind of hitting a wall, or?
Yeah, I told him yesterday. I said this was during practice. I said, Vander, the next question you'll get from the media is about the freshman wall. So I'm going to tell you how to answer it, but my response is going to use profanity. So when you answer it, so your mom and granddad don't get mad, don't use profanity. But it's bull. There is no such thing. It's in your mind, and it's for bad players. And you're a great player. You're good, going to be great. And the only way, I said, did any of those freshmen that you were hearing about when you were a senior in high school, did any of those guys ever hear a wall? What wall? What wall is it? There is no wall. It's in your mind. Get it out of your mind. And I think this, Todd, I think he was really good Sunday, very good yesterday, completely on point today. I didn't think that it was a wall per se on Saturday at Louisville, as much as it was he played 5 minutes total and had 3 fouls. And the third one was a pitch ahead in secondary, and he just rams the guy over. And I'm standing perpendicular to where he's at, and when they called the foul, his body language is garbage. And he came out, I go, you're done, pal. You're done. Because he didn't respond to the call. Because he was so wanting to play, and we're playing great when he gets his third foul. He wants to be a part of it. I just didn't think that he ever got in the flow. And, I mean, this may have been his best night. You know what I mean? That's pretty effective in 22 minutes. And as I told him when he came out of the game, you played well tonight because you played hard Sunday, you played hard Monday, you played hard today in shoot-around, and it came out tonight.
That 12-0 run to end the half, you had 5 different people score. You had 5, they missed 5 shots. You forced them into 3 turnovers. Between the distribution on offense, and DJO had a nice no-look pass in transition. Is that Marquette basketball running at peak efficiency?
I think that we have more guys on our roster that can score. And within the guys that can score, I think they can score in multiple ways. You always want to play guys that can score, but, as your season progresses, scouting report, personnel, good players, they take away one thing you do. But if you can do multiple things, I think it's harder to guard. And, I would say I was as efficient as you could be.
Statistically, since Big East play started, DJO's offensive numbers have been up. He's averaging just a tiny shade under 20. Have you noticed an uptick in his play, or has it just kind of been it's now coming to that point where the points are showing what you saw all year? Or
I think DJ's a really good player. I thought that from the day I signed him. Very talented, very gifted. Like when God was putting him together, he put some extra stuff in him. And I think how he has grown offensively is because of his perspective defensively. He guards John Jenkins at Vanderbilt. He guards Casey Mitchell here against West Virginia. He guards 31 at Rutgers. He guards Gibbs and Woodall at Pitt, at Louisville. He's guarding, Notre Dame, he's guarding 23. At Louisville, he's guarding their best player, 2, who until he went on a barrage was under double figures. I just think that his study habits, his work ethic has been more about how am I going to guard their DGO. And I think that's really helped our DGO offensively.